And here we are at long last, Kiwi. Man, it's been a long time since I've touched this game, but full disclosure, I have spent hundreds of hours in this game on the Switch. But I figured after Lotus Lantern, it's only appropriate we play this next, especially with Hades 2 on the horizon. There's no better time. Not to mention this game went on sale for like 2/3 its price being cut, so let's go ahead and just jump right in. Hell mode? What is this? For all those unafraid of death and other difficult matters, the Pact of Punishment will make your life harder right away. I think I'm just gonna play vanilla, and then we'll be using the Pact of Punishment plenty anyway.
Few tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
I love this guy's voice so much. Alright, we're starting off the run fresh and ready. Here we go.
My father.
Alright, we'll start with the sword. Right.
To hell with this place.
Alright, so gameplay-wise, I know this game plays very similarly to Lotus Lantern. It's just I will be a little rusty on the base mechanics beyond that.
Stop me.
But just for full context, like I said, I probably clocked in over just about 200 hours on my Switch with this game, so I am very familiar with the mechanics. I'm going to be a little bit rusty with like enemy patterns and boss patterns and such. It would be cool if I could manage to beat the story or beat a run on the first try. I know it's not going to happen because I only have 50 HP, and that makes it very rough, especially by the time we get to Elysium. But I'll give it the old college try at the very least, and I guess as far as our history, Kiwi and my history with this game goes, I played this a lot to help Kiwi fall asleep. It would be I would do a level and then Kiwi would fall asleep, and then I'd finally go to bed after I beat the level. If you haven't surmised by now, Kiwi is a bit of an insomniac. Not that I'm not, but
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hail,
Alright.
noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
Alright, do we get the dash? Because I remember Athena's dash being objectively broken. Yeah, there we go. Because it can deflect things and basically gives you a pretty strong invulnerability. Cast? No. Oh, right, I forgot about the cast. Let me...
I know you
How do I
can't
use
hear me
that?
the way where you are,
Oh,
Goddess,
right.
but thank you.
I forgot I forgot about the Y attack, too. Okay. Yeah, you see, there is a degree of difference than compared to Lotus Lantern. Although Lotus Lantern did have a Y button special attack, so I don't have that. I can't use that excuse entirely. I distinctly remember dying a lot to the floor traps in my playthroughs of the past, so hopefully I remember not to do that in this playthrough. And I need to remember to use my cast because it is a one-shot in the early levels at the very least. This game is really good at telegraphing when its enemies are about to attack, though. Lotus Lantern was a bit harder to... I wouldn't say Lotus Lantern failed to do that, but maybe it was just I wasn't used to the visual tells in that game nearly as much.
Coming.
I do not remember what the keys do. I'm going to be honest right here and now. But yeah, I think we're off to a reasonable start. We're going to hit a Dionysus room. I remember his cast was really strong, if I recall. Yeah, I remember, so as far as ideal builds go, I know I very much ran the bow a significant amount. I remember as far as gods went, I think Artemis was my favorite, which, I mean, I already kind of had an implicit bias towards Artemis before coming into this because, I mean, for one, I grew up reading the Artemis Fowl book, so there's always going to be that kind of nostalgic sense to that. But I think the name is cool. I like the idea.
Sound.
The ideas and not morals, but the ideas that Artemis represents.
Revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
And I just remember how good the voice acting is.
Hey there, Zagman, how's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
Alright, Dionysus, what you got? Special inflicts hangover, cast lobs a large explosion, or less damage when below a certain HP threshold. I might want to go the defensive option, but I think I'm going to go Trippy Shot, because again, I remember the cast being extremely strong.
To liven things up around here.
And I think that sometimes the pots around these parts had goodies in them, but I won't go out of my way to really hunt for them right now. Let's just take out these guys. There we go. Oop. Ah, I took a lot of unnecessary damage there. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, my favorite weapon in this game was absolutely the bow. I think I had a lot of fun with the knuckles, but I was very prone to dying with them at higher heats because, I mean, that's just how melee builds are prone to being, I suppose. Whoop. Did that hit me? It didn't. Cool. Oof. Close.
Good.
Alright. Yeah, no, it's all coming back to me. Oh, hey, speaking of Artemis.
Heal myself. I
Fantastic.
can fight.
I guess the real question is, can I beat Meg on the first try, which I know I definitely died to her in my original playthrough on the first round, but here I have the advantage of at least some degree of memory and knowledge of what came before. Right. I'm remembering now that there are dash attacks in this game. I remember having... Oh, well, there's my first trap damage, I suppose. Man, this is nostalgic and probably going to be fairly tricky. I wonder if you always find your first armored enemies here, or if it's kind of RNG. I'm definitely taking far more damage than I strictly need to, that's for sure. Hopefully I find some HP.
Only archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hi, Artemis.
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
I love her design. I love her personality in this game, too, as this kind of, like, introverted and awkward character. Alright, attack is stronger with 15% chance to crit. Special is stronger with 20% chance to deal crit. Any damage you deal has a chance to be crit. I think I'll take the spec for now. I'm hoping for a Zeus on my base attack. Go for a pomegranate this early. I don't have enough coin for a reliable shop run, so let's go for the pomegranate and get an upgrade to one of our abilities. Ah, shoot. I messed that up horribly. It's fine, though. Yeah. Let them get their dash out of the system, and then I can do this and pop a big hit. Yeah. I'll have to practice using the cast, because I think that's the biggest difference between this and Lotus Lantern, honestly. Lotus Lantern was very much a use your special... Lotus Lantern didn't really have cast, they had the artifacts, but those were very different. They were kind of activate it and forget it. Let's see. Special is stronger. Cast is stronger. I think I'm gonna upgrade Trippy Shot because it's got a very high base damage. Oh, excellent. That's no, wait, that was Dionysus. Never mind. Oh, I forgot about this mini boss. I just have to watch out because they are very good at catching me off guard with where they drop their little pumpkins of death. I know they're not pumpkins, but you know, it's funnier if I think they're pumpkins. I can definitely depend on my cast for damage, though. Especially if they group up, it'll do a very chunky hit. And I will forewarn you. Oh, ooh, 1 HP left. This might be the end of the run already. Which, I mean, hey, we got to the first mid-boss. Not amazing, but for someone who hasn't played this game in a while... I know very well that even thinking that I had a chance of getting to Hades on the first attempt was quite the pipe dream, but... Alright, let's see. Gain HP when you pick up Ambrosia. I don't think I'm going to find Ambrosia. Attack inflicts Hangover. Take less damage while in Festive Fog. That'd be cool if I had more than 1 HP. I don't... Oh, you know what? This'll...
Feeling good.
Maybe I misunderstood what that did because I didn't get there. I thought I was going to get 30 HP. Oh, wait. Aha!
Should I give this to?
Fantastic. That might have just saved the run for the foreseeable future. Let's see. This button. Okay, and this lets me review my boons. Okay, fair enough. So we still need something on our basic attack, but I'm holding out for Zeus if I can. A Zeus basic attack is extremely strong, especially in the early runs where you don't have a lot of remember now that I had a pretty common strategy of just dash attacking and then bailing out to reset. Maybe I should employ that strategy here until things are safer. Not that this game is ever safe. Get complacent and you're going to die, especially come the higher heats. But I remember getting all of Skelly's statues in my original playthrough, so I have beaten this at a minimum of 32 heat. I used to watch a lot of Hellion. I think his name is Hellion's videos. He does the speed runs. He was like kind of the Hades content creator kind of guy on YouTube. So he has a lot of good like build recommendations and guides to playing better at this game. He also, I think, for a while had the world record for the speed run. I also remember him actively reporting on when someone finally beat 64 heat, because this game is like nigh impossible. It's at maximum difficulty. You need effectively perfect RNG to be able to kill things fast enough and make it to... You need all of the correct... I'm stuck. I had to scratch my finger, darn it. Wrong time to be itchy. You have to have the perfect build. Like, RNG has to be in your favor if you want to have even a chance at beating this at the maximum difficulty. And I can promise you now, as much as I love playing higher difficulty things, I am not going for max heat. I think I'll be satisfied by just beating 32 heat. But that's all in good time. We're not even close to getting there. I mean, I can barely beat 0 heat with base stats, so we'll see. We will see. All I know is as soon as I can unlock the bow or the shield, we're going to have good times with those, because those are my favorite weapons. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't remember if the bow, if I like the shield as much. I just know that the shield is incredibly safe and consistent for getting wins, because it blocks so much damage if you use it correctly. Yeah, still learning my range, still learning how I can move around and do stuff, but at the very least, the run isn't entirely over. I do very much expect to lose the run by the time we get to Meg. I'm not getting any great rooms for this, though. I'm not getting... I don't really need... I forget what it's called, but whatever this currency for upgrading things after we lose our first run. I mean, obviously I'll benefit from having that, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for things that would help me win the run. Whoop. Almost got a little too greedy for that and got hit. Yeah. Like, I could definitely safe spot it to a degree and just spam my cast to win here. Ooh, that crit was juicy. I have a vague recollection of running some builds where I just only use the special attack. That might have been the gun weapon.
That's mine. Each exit has its own.
Oh, thank goodness. HP. That's what we need. It's not a heal. It's not a free heal, but anything's better than where we're currently sitting. And if I get fully healed after... If I am able to beat Meg and get fully healed afterwards, the odds of winning get ever stronger. Yeah, I think I'm going to play it safe for now because these guys can probably two-shot me at this point. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I dashed right into it. Let's see if I can take this out before I get killed. Okay, oh goodness, another one. Didn't get my cast back. Okay, grab that. The run isn't dead, but it feels like it's just shy of being dead, not gonna lie. Like, I am absolutely one hit away from lost, and I'm not setting any expectations that this is going to go as well as I had hoped. Oh goodness, there's so many of you. I just need the HP, please. Alright, we broke his shield. Whoop. Let's not die to the traps. Like, if I'm gonna die, at least die to an enemy. We can take this guy out. There we go. Alright, one left. Grab my cast. Ooh, it's spooky Kiwi. It's too far away to hit him. And there we go. We somehow survived. And I'm still maintaining a solid 30 HP. Oh, could get another heart. Okay, we're going for that. I think best option for right now is stack HP as much as possible. And we got lucky, a fight-free room. Alright, something to interact with.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
It's incredible how much dialogue they recorded for this game. It really is. Alright, I think this is Meg. Wish me luck. I am probably going to die here with only 30 HP and not a strict
Well, this is
recollection of her
awkward.
abilities.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
I like their dynamic as we get further into the game.
Your father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
Painful, please.
I'll have to go with the painful way.
A man after my own heart.
They're fun. All the characters in this game are extremely fun. I missed my cast.
For mercy, fool.
Okay, yeah, I remember you dashed. Do you dash more than once? Not yet. Okay. Maybe... I forget if you get a second wing and that's when you start dashing more. I know you have a full 2 to 3 phases, and you like to summon your allies, so I have to be mindful of that, too. You should be vulnerable after you dash, and it looks like the Festive Fog does slow her down a little bit. Oh! Okay, yeah, she has kind of a retaliation function. Gotcha, gotcha. So just get like a solid 2 hits in and then back off. I'd rather focus my casts on her, but I need to be careful of that. Woo! The lob travels so slow, it's hard to reliably hit her with it. I'll just have to wait until after she dashes. Whoop. At least her minions are a lot weaker, so they're easy to kill fast. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by that. Yeah, I was locked into my special animation. I should have held it. Alright, come on. Oh, we're on to your next phase. I forget what happens here. Oh, this. Okay, right, I can damage her with this. I forgot. I remember that was an old strategy of mine. Alright. Get her with that. I have to be careful not to dash forward into them or I'll just get hit by a bunch of them unnecessarily. I'm still sitting okay. This run is not over yet. Ooh, almost got hit by that. We can do this. Cool, we got her hit with that. Get a quick hit and back off because she'll retaliate. Yeah, I'm trying to dash through them, but I'm accidentally dashing linearly rather than kind of... Aiming on that got weird. I can definitely reliably get some damage on her with Athena's dash. And you'll do a retaliation? No, you'll do that. Okay. Got it. Alright, she's halfway gone. We're doing this. It's not over yet. Whoa. Oh.
That's what you get.
Oh well. We tried. We almost got her. So we'll do one more run, since we're kind of early on in the video.
Damn it.
Agreed, Zag. It was close. Alright. Here's a fun one.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Oh,
Some of us more
Hypnos.
than others.
Already.
Hi, Dad.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go. See for yourself.
Oh, I will. Should I just give him the Ambrosia?
What is it now? I've a mountain of infernal parchment work. Out of my sight now.
Nothing for me here.
Alright, we can only talk to him so many times. Most importantly, hi, Cerberus. Wait, I can't. There we
There's a
go.
Good boy.
Pressing the wrong button.
Please.
We're gonna have to pet Cerberus every life. If I recall, if you give a certain number of ambrosias to the NPCs, they give you things.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
He is good boy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
I feel like the overworld would be petrified if Cerberus just suddenly showed up. All right, one more set of pets for the good boy, and then we'll
Not everybody
move
knows
along.
exactly how to give you pets and live to tell of it, right, boy?
The controller vibrates when they shake like that. Cute. All right, let's see who else we can talk to, because I know we have a pretty long cast of characters around these parts. Can't go in there yet. All right.
Good to see you, lad, despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
It's interesting the voice effect they've given every character except for Zagreus, kind of how they have this like ethereal kind of reverberation / echo that follows their
The
voices.
House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
Willful is a word. I guess if we're referring to Zagreus.
A vast and intricately crafted mosaic depicts the underworld king presiding over the enormity of his domain, whilst its chthonic residents look on in awe of him.
He's not really that great.
Keep it down.
Welcome home.
Hi,
Not
Nix.
despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
Yes, we are.
All right, I
Then
still
go.
can't go out to the garden yet, and the kitchen doesn't exist yet either. So, looks like we're just heading straight into our next run after we visit the Mirror of Shadows. The mirror,
Hey, room. I'm back.
the Mirror of something. I don't remember what it's actually called. Before I do that, anything I can say hello? I forget what the benefit of resting in bed was.
Chambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
I love the tongue-in-cheek humor of this game is pretty enjoyable.
Guide me.
Alright, let's see what we've got. Deal attack and more damage, more HP, or 1 res. I think we have to go for the resurrection to start. And then gaining HP per room cleared is also very valuable, so we'll take those two to start.
I think.
What is this called so I remember? Mirror of Night. I was close. I called it Mirror of Shadows. It was definitely a mirror.
Can't sleep.
Relatable. So very relatable. Alright, let's go see Skelly. I assume he's out here.
Okay. I can do this.
I like that they're a little...
I'll figure something out. I can escape from the courtyard back there. Nothing here yet.
I do very much enjoy that you can see... They give you little vignettes of each area before you actually enter into them. Alright, too early for Skelly, it seems. So, I can unlock the bow right away, so we're gonna do that.
There we go. Coronacht, the Heart Seeker. Let's deal some death.
Oh, hi, Skelly.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
Alright, so I do think it'll take a little bit to get used to using the bow again, and I know the way it works is it charges up, and the more you charge it, once it reaches full capacity, it'll have the longest range and the highest hitting damage. The bow I'm very used to is the one that uses Aphrodite's power, which makes the range very short, so I can only like hit him from like here, but it hits like a hecking truck. But alright, let's go ahead and do our first run with the bow. I'm still not setting any expectations that I'm going to beat this, but we can try. Alright, well, that's a good start.
Really him? Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Thanks, Uncle. Alright, attack emits chain lightning. Your special causes a lightning bolt to strike nearby enemies. Your cast is a burst of chain lightning that bounces between foes. I think we'll start with that one.
Lord Uncle Zeus lending his support. I never thought I'd see the day. Or night. Whenever.
The reason why I'm going with the cast instead of the auto attack is, unlike the sword, I attack a lot slower with the bow, so I'm hesitant to take it first.
Innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers. The underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Good thing I'm not dead.
So deep and gravelly. Oh, his voice is like, he does so many good voices, and like it's impressive how much of the cast he plays in this game. But I mean, it should come as no surprise that the ranged option is extremely strong.
You're nothing.
When, especially early on, most of the enemies are melee. Alright. I think, do I want Poseidon or do I want a Palm? Palm would only upgrade the cast, which is decent. I think, let's meet Poseidon. We need to get some rapport with each of the gods anyway. Probably best that I start introducing myself earlier than later. Oh, I didn't even see you over there, you sneaky sneakster.
How many now?
Yeah, I know this damage is going to fall off pretty fast later on, but for now it'll at least carry me through the early game a bit.
Crashing waves. A trident. It's Uncle number 2. It's got to be. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Hi, Poseidon!
Ahoy there, little Hades. You recognize your uncle, do you not? We've a lot of catching up to do, but first things first. You get yourself out of that dour underworld. As for me, I'll see if I can stir things up a bit to cover your advance.
I assume it's too early to see, or I assume it's too early to get, like, the fusion abilities, but those are where the game really gets kind of crazy. Your attack and specials are stronger in the first 10 seconds of an encounter. Your dash deals damage and knocks them away. Your attack deals more damage and knocks foes away. I think I'll take Tempest Strike. I think I'm going to try and stick at a distance for now.
The power of the seas should be of help.
Better to push enemies away when I'm playing ranged anyway, I imagine. But yeah. Once I get the motions, I just have to remember that I have to hold the attack button for at least a short duration so that I can... If you just press it, you kind of like do this, and it accomplishes nothing. But... yeah, having chain lightning and bounce on the cast kills these small fries very quickly. And clearly, I can very safely handle melee enemies if I'm fighting them from a distance as well. Alright, Artemis next. Any sort of crit chance is always welcome in this kind of a build.
They absorbed my blow.
Blow harder! Blow harder! I'm trying to remember which god powers were my favorite. I know Athena's dash saved me so much when I was playing, because it reflects projectiles, and later on in the game when the enemies especially have damage boosting from the Pact of Pain, I remember that would do so much damage. I remember running some fun crit builds with Artemis's passives where I had not 100% crit chance, but it sure did feel like it. I was critting more than not, to say the least. Like I mentioned, I loved Aphrodite's basic attack upgrade. Alright, Artemis, what have you got?
Did you get your hands on a nice bow like that? You take good care of Coronat for me, so I can try it too once you're up here.
She's shameless, like all the Olympians. Oop. Goodbye, controller. Can we... Okay, that was weird. Your special is stronger with a 20% chance to deal critical damage. Your dash strike deals more damage. Your foes take damage when you're stuck in them is dislodged. It doesn't look like this one gets stuck in enemies. So, I guess we'll take the crit chance on the spec.
Every strike count.
I'm definitely not remembering which abilities are the objectively broken ones. I have a vague recollection of what abilities were strong and worked well for me, but that is very much the extent of it. Okay, maybe I should have taken the cast passive. I'm now realizing. I remember that one actually probably being very strong, especially against bosses. I think the issue was because I was using Dionysus's. I forgot that the cast projectile or your cast charge gets absorbed by the enemies that are hit by it. So now I have to remember that. Whoop. Okay.
That's something.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to get these. I forget what they're called, but these night gems, if you will. I forget what the exclamation point ones meant. Probably just a challenge of some nature. But I very much like the fact that these arrows push the enemies away. It makes it for a very easy opportunity to safe spot enemies, especially the melee sorts. The Y attack on base bow or base Coronach never felt particularly strong, but it's good for an AoE option if I really need. And it comes out so fast that you can spray and pray a bit for rooms that might benefit from an AoE.
Coin from the dead.
Okay, it's just money. Gotcha.
I'm rich.
All right. Hey, another Zeus. And mini-boss, probably? Yep, mini-boss. That's fine.
Hey, lads.
We're ready for this. We're in a much better spot than we were last time. Funny how using ranged attacks and kiting out enemies makes for a much easier time than remembering how to melee in a game like this. Yeah, that's what I thought. So my Y attack does a fair bit of damage if I do it close range. That's the one thing I have to remember about it. We'll take out the first one before we kill the second. My basic attack definitely does more to... Oh, I saw that Sweet 69. Sweet 69. Do, do, do. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's already made that joke, and I mean... But, you know. Oh, dear. Okay, lesson learned. Don't stay in melee distance with these guys. All of my damage in this entire run just came from that singular room. Unfortunate. Dash causes lightning bolts to strike nearby enemies. Static discharge your lightning effects also make foes jolted, which causes them to hurt themselves if they attack. And a vengeance ability. I think... Let's take this, because I think my cast should activate that.
My hair sticking up.
I very much look forward to the moment when I have multiple casts, because that's another thing that really makes your builds feel a lot stronger whenever you build into anything involving cast. I forgot about the skull piles. Ooh, I think I saw a pool. I forget what those do, but I think it lets me buy something, maybe? Alright. Get rid of that one. Watch out for projectiles. Don't appreciate your projectile nonsense when I'm busy being the projectile nonsense. Alright. My damage is a solid 69. Awesome. Unfortunately, it seems hard to hit the pile of skulls through all the other enemies with my cast, but that's why it's nice to have penetrating shots on your basic attacks, that's for sure. Alright, yeah. This is a shop. Excellent.
Let's see what's in here.
Restore 10% of HP when you enter a chamber for 3 chambers. Gain a random item effect from the Well of Charon. Deal 50% damage striking undamaged foes. I think let's take the HP restorative. We need some HP. And this could be Boldy. We do like Boldy. Or do I want to take the shop? I need to get a sense of how much things cost. So I'm gonna go for the shop. I think it's... Yeah, I thought it was 150. Unfortunate. We'll take the HP up at the very least.
The infernal wares of the Stygian boatman Charon lie sprawled about. available for sale to whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
That would be me. Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and hey, what's that you got? Some sort of wares for sale? Then I'll just have a look around.
If I recall, there's a way to fight Charon later on in the game.
Why not?
What happens if I try to buy something without being able to afford? Okay. I figured that wasn't what triggers the fight. I don't remember what triggers the fight, because I feel like it was like we tried to steal from him and he got super mad about it. Alright, let's just reposition because they're all ganging up on me really close like. Jolted does a lot of damage in the early game too. Like, all of Zeus's abilities are really strong early on. But I think the strategy will be I cast, and then I kill whatever the cast gets locked onto. Yeah, I think what I should have done is held out for something like Dionysus or another Poseidon passive for my special attack, because crit chance on it, if I can get point blank, is pretty good, but I'm intentionally I'm using this build to keep my distance, so point blank combat seems counterproductive to my survivability.
Always a pleasure.
Alright, next room is just darkness. Oh well. Could really use some non-currency rooms. I know that's asking a lot for the early game. But yeah, the bow does a phenomenal amount of damage and gives you the option of safe spotting. It's such a powerful option when used effectively. And now that I have Jolted, it's just like some pretty strong extra free damage whenever my enemy tries to attack me. Alright, a lot of enemies in this room. Cast sure does make short work of them, though. Whoop. Yeah, it's coming back to me. The bow and the shield are definitely some of the easiest and safest options, especially in the early game before you've stacked up accumulating passives. Don't think I can really afford anything from the shop, and I'm full HP, so I don't need HP, so let's go for here. What do we upgrade? Attack deals more damage. Electric shot does more damage. Or the Jolted does more damage. I think I'm doing the most damage with Tempest Strike, so I'm going to stick with that for now. Hopefully I get more passives that give me damage, so that'll scale even harder. Alright though, it is boss fight time. Rematch against Meg. This should be a lot safer because now I don't have to deal with her retaliation attack from whenever I get close to her.
We meet again.
Ever stubborn, aren't you? Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Oh my.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
Oh no. Oh, they're funny. Yeah, see, it's so easy to just... She's not a very difficult boss in the early game, unless you're melee, in which case, or you're a beginner, of course. Like, a lot of the enemies here early on are very easy to kite out. Where's my cast gem? There it is. I'll use that to take out her enemies. Or her allies, rather. And this ability is fairly easy to dodge if you're at a distance. You just have to watch out for her allies that have projectiles, because they can catch you off guard. Yeah, I think we've got her. This feels a lot more doable than the last attempt. Yeah, I think what worked well for the base bow's special attack was actually using Dionysus, because you can easily get stacks of Hangover, which is basically just a poison. Whoop. I panic dodged because I thought my gem coming back to me was an enemy attack. Oops. It's fine. I do think my projectiles actually take out hers. Yeah, my bow shots knock out the projectiles she's shooting at me. I'll have to keep that in mind. Alright, we're on to the third phase. I wonder if we're going to find any of the hammers this early on, or if that's like a thing we sort of have to unlock to really benefit from. But kind of like how there were... what were they called? technique manuals. In this game there are, I think it's Hephaestus's hammers, which give you a permanent change to the fundamentals of how your weapon works. And sometimes they're really strong. Like, for example, this one I believe has something that's to the effect of charging takes half as much time, or maybe also there's one that makes charging take double the time, but it massively increases your range and the damage at full charge. So it's still worth using. Alright, final phase. Now, I have a vague recollection of her spawning these spinning angry things in the corners of the room. It appears that she doesn't do that right now, or maybe she's the one who spins alongside those, I forget. I also remember eventually her sisters start getting involved, so we'll have to be careful of that. It's a little hard to aim when I'm too far away. Oh, that looks familiar. Whoop. Oh my goodness, I'm just having flashbacks to the final bosses of Elysium. Not looking forward to taking on those guys early on. I do have one revive. I'll have to keep that in mind, that the run isn't over when I die, although I'm definitely going to forget that and just like let go of the controller when I get hit with that last bit of HP. But I think we've just about got her. 3, 2, 1.
Impossible.
Yeah, the bow makes for a much easier first run.
Got you that time, Meg. Achilles might know what to do with this.
Alright, on to the next floor. I only got hit once, I think, that entire fight. It's just the difference between melee and non-melee attacks.
How did you...
Grr.
None other than those in the trusted inner circle of Lord Hades are authorized to enter the intricate chambers connecting the vast regions of the underworld. But the prince decides to barge in anyway.
I barge where I please.
Yeah, you do, Zag. Alright, so we've got a shop. And we've got, okay, we can't sell things. So the way this works, I think, is you think you can sell abilities you've accumulated for coin. Oh, it wants me to use the fountain first. Fair enough. Oh, okay. Now I can sell things.
Wash away my boons.
Let's see. Anything I'd be willing to give up here? No, all of these are kind of core to my build, so we're not selling anything. And then I don't need HP. I don't need... I think I'm going to hold off on buying anything in lieu of saving my money for another shop eventually.
Never been this far.
We'll inevitably run into Charon. Alright, on to Phlegathon, that's what it's called.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Alright, but before anything, let's just give a quick look.
It's nice and warm out here, I'll give it that.
Now, I'll say the enemies of Elysium are objectively harder, but the map of Phlegathon is what really makes it difficult. Just, if you touch lava, you're going to take damage very rapidly. And sometimes you have no choice but to try and dash over it. I do see the spot I forgot to interact with. I missed it before I interacted with the boat. I apologize if that bothered someone. But, yeah, this is where my damage is going to start falling off a little bit. Oh, right, I have to remember that these guys, when they die, drop a projectile that explodes. Whoa, hello. I don't even know what shot those at me. We're going to be relearning this map a little bit, I feel. Okay, that's one thing I need to remember, is that the enemies also are, if they're not flyers, are subjected to the burning damage of lava. Good to remember that. Oh, I'm having flashbacks. There's a mini-boss in this area that is just a bunch of projectile spammers, and those ones are not fun to deal with. Oh, hey, it's Aphrodite. This is a tough decision. I think objectively I need the HP more than anything else. But if I can get Aphrodite's basic attack boon, I feel like it's worth touching base with her.
Skull Crushers.
Skull Crushers? Where? Oh, these guys. I forgot about these guys. Oh, I remember not enjoying these because at least I could. These guys don't have a close range melee attack, so I can benefit from my crit passive on the special at least. If I get a lucky crit, I didn't get any crits there, and I have like a 40% crit chance on each hit. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. I'm sure there will be more of those guys spawning in. There's one. There's some decent damage. Whoa! Okay. I remember you guys. You guys were, if I recall, those ones are relatively easy to deal with if you can get them stun locked, but they are a right pain to deal with when they're off screen. I'll have to be mindful of them. Oh gosh, 2 of them now. And they jump, so if they're taking damage, they can get away. And their projectiles come out relatively fast too, so... Those were enemies that I definitely think were easier to deal with melee attacks, because you could more easily chain stagger them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm taking so much damage to these guys. I'll have to figure out a system that works for me with them. Here, let's get them jolted so he takes an extra hit. Nope. Alright, we've almost got that one dead. So let's try and take him out before we do anything else. Oh, they're both almost dead. Excellent. That's 1, and that's 2.
Oh, it must be a mess. Let's see here. Hi there. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I forget. I feel like you don't actually talk to them. These are like pre-recorded messages, so I don't think they can see you.
Why, hello there, little godling. I have to say, you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment. You interested?
Very. Your dash deals damage when you where you end up, inflicting weak. Resist some damage from nearby foes' attacks. When foes are slain, they damage nearby enemies and inflict weak. Yeah, if I recall, stacking this with the close range killing, like the close range basic attack buff, just wiped out rooms very quickly. I think damage reduction here, though. The dash is kind of nice, but I feel like I'm not going to be dashing into enemies, so let's go with this for now.
Interested?
Damage
to break hearts? Sure, I don't see why not.
And we can get another boon from her, so maybe we can replace our basic attack. Although, maybe it's better if I stick to the long-range options that I've already built for myself. Does this? That doesn't break. Okay. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to try and get as many of these guys jolted as I can, and then they'll start killing themselves even off screen. Oops. Well, I dashed right into that bomb, didn't I? Yeah, they hit hard and they have a lot of AoE, so they're kind of easy to deal with, but at the same time, if you're not careful, they can hurt you pretty bad. And, oh, well, right, I forgot they drop things on death. Gotta be careful of that too. Still haven't gotten my cast back. I don't know where the gem ended up. I should go find it. One of the most annoying parts of this map as a whole, or this floor as a whole, is that your cast gem can sometimes just end up in lava, and then you're just stuck out not being able to use it unless you want to take the hit from the lava. I also really don't remember how Lerny fights at all, who's our floor boss. Lerny's a cute boy. He's a good boy. I like Lerny.
Lady Aphrodite.
Alright, Afro, what you got?
Hades.
Your dash. After you take damage foes around you and inflict weak. When foes are slain, they damage nearby. We'll do that. It won't benefit us much on this floor because everything's kind of super spaced out, but maybe it may come in handy at least once.
Something I can use.
Instant HP always sounds nice. Yeah, instant HP, we'll take that. Now I have the options of Artemis or Afro. I think I'll stick with Afro. If I stack a bunch of her passes, I might get something pretty good. And weak is such a very potent debuff, because it makes it so enemies can't hurt you.
It's the barge of death.
Oh, I remember this. Here we go. Nothing like fighting in close range proximity to a bunch of enemies all at once. But it does mean I'll be able to regenerate my dash. Ooh. I forget what these do, but I remember it's... Oh, right. They give shields to the enemies. I remember now. Gross. Alright, so we gotta kill the crystal things first. Alright, that takes care of that one. Still don't have my cast back. Now I do. Get some damage. Alright, this feels doable so far. Try and get a good hit in there. I guess the strategy for these guys is because they can drop their bombs close range sometimes, I just need to make sure that I do my special and then run away if I'm going to try and do that for single target DPS sort of option. I was hoping it would be close enough to bounce the cast, but it was just a little too far away. Yeah, that's the move that they can do that I have to be super careful about, because that will chunk me pretty badly. I forget how iframes after hits work in this game, but I don't think there's something I should terribly rely on. Alright. Here, this should do a bunch of damage to all of them. I might just try and get some AoE in. I only have so much time to get in an attack before I'm put under relatively large duress. Alright. This will kill that guy for sure. Ooh, dearie. That was spooky. Alright, I think we've got this, and done. Nice. I'm surprised we didn't take damage in that room. This is always a challenge in especially early game.
Hear me on my authority.
Alright, dash. Any HP rewards are worth more, or after you take damage, damage foes and inflict weak. I think we'll take the increase the amount of HP we gain. That seems pretty useful early on. And if I can find anything that boosts total health, even more so. Alright. Where are the enemies? There they are. Slam dancers? Is that what these guys are? So here. There was an instance of the cast bar, or the cast gem getting locked on the lava. Thankfully it was relatively close, so I could still grab it. But it does make it pretty difficult. Whoop. I really have to wonder if... I think overall Lotus Lantern was definitely an easier game than this, but at the same time I'm feeling like a sense of a similar difficulty, so maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know, I'd be curious to know what other people's experiences with Lotus Lantern are in terms of difficulty. I'm definitely missing so many of the roguelike elements that make these, the Ascent much easier than what I'm currently contending with. And it was clear that Lotus Lantern was intended to be a shorter game overall, so Hades just has so much replayability, and death is an expected factor in its playthrough. I'm thankful that they give you a brief second to realize you're on lava to back out before you take too much damage from it. The damage adds up very quickly though, so I have to be careful. Alright, one more to go. Where are you? And finish him with the cast. There we go.
Okay.
Now what else can we get here? Anything? These big rooms are always worth checking because sometimes there are fancy little secrets that are worth checking out. A shop, but sometimes something more than that too. Alright. I completely forget what these things do. I know they're another currency. I could also go for unlocking the shield. I think for now what makes most sense is probably this form of currency because that lets me unlock passives for the long run. I also remember there's like 2 versions of each passive. Oh, it's you guys. I forgot about these two. Whoop, let's not stand in the lava, please. Get my cast gem back. I need to bail out of here. This is a bad spot to stand in for an extended period of time, I believe. Let's see if I can kill him to get my gem back. Come on. Ah. Didn't want to stand in the in front of all that. That seemed like a bad time. Whoa. Let's take care of this guy first, because he should die pretty quick. I'm grateful that if you miss your cast, it just drops on the floor and you can use it again pretty quickly. I am now, briefly, out of nowhere, remembering that Hermes is in this game and has some really awesome passives. I mean, just having more dashes alone was so strong. The dash is just such an amazing defensive tool. I feel like the shop is the objectively better option here because I think I can afford... Can I? Yeah, I can afford both a boon and a HP upgrade if he's offering them, so I think I'm going to go this route. Hi again, Charon. No HP upgrade, darn. I feel like I would have preferred the HP to the palm. Nothing to say. That's fine. Alright. Should I take the HP? I'm probably just going to buy out the shop, but let's start with the palm first.
I'll pay for that.
Special is stronger, your cast is stronger, your damage reduction is stronger. We'll take the cast.
They must have lots of these upon
And now what do you have to say, Artemis?
One thing I'll say for Charon there, he doesn't talk too much. And since neither do you, I'm letting you have this.
Ooh, lightning rod, your collectible strike your... Oh, I remember this. This one's pretty strong, especially if I can kite enemies around the bloodstone. The one downside is I really only have the one, which makes it hard for me to stack up the damage reliably. I think we'll take it. It's definitely the best option. So that's our first fusion skill. It's a fusion between Zeus and Artemis's ability.
It's a pleasure, Charon.
All right, here he is, our good boy Lernie.
Hello? Oh, great.
Right, so I have to remember how your abilities work. But I do remember that I can very reliably get some solid damage on you if I get melee distance. I just have to deal with your slams. It looks like he's mostly dash attacks right now. You know what? Maybe I should let the gem just stay on the ground and hit him multiple times, because that'll deal more damage than just one jolted. And apparently it reapplies jolted, so that's really strong actually. Ooh, just barely dodged that. Keep it going. Alright. Now, yep, okay, there are your head friends. So if I remember my strat... Oh, never mind, you don't have a choice. You have to take out all of his bonus heads. Whoop, whoop, whoa. Okay. For a second, I thought this was not going to be so bad. But then I forgot about his bonus heads. I believe he'll spawn more in a second, in another phase, so I have to be ready for that. Get some good damage in here. Ooh, and perfect. That should kill that head. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, Lightning Rod is paying off, I think. Not perfect, but... Okay, I see. So you can spawn enemies that way. Gotcha. So we've almost got the final head down. Actually, we did get the final head down. So let's go employ Lightning Rod there. Perfect. That'll stack up some damage very quickly, especially once he starts trying to attack again. Oh, those come out a lot faster now. Oops. Oh, your attack speed has just rocketed up. I gotcha. Be careful of that. Whoa! Ooh, okay. We're fine. We're fine. Definitely missing having 3 dashes at once. I think you can have a maximum of 3 dashes. It may only be 2. Alright, here we go. He's going to summon allies again, so...
Keep them coming.
Alright, thankfully the projectiles are slow now again. Oh, ooh, perfect. Lightning Rod is taking that one out pretty well. So I'll just focus on taking out what I can. Can I have that back, please? Here, do that. Okay. Got rid of one. Lightning Rod is doing work. I'm actually really glad I took it. Because it's not just the Lightning Rod damage itself, it's the jolted that's applying to them as well, because as soon as they attack, they just get hit for a ton of damage. Alright. I very much remember taking these guys out pretty reliably with cast abilities in the past, so... I don't know where my cast gem is, so I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist for a little bit. Focus on maybe thinning the crowd a little bit here. Oh, perfect, I found it. Alright. My lack of damage definitely makes this a fair bit harder, but I definitely think we've got a win in the book. I've taken more than half my HP, which is unideal. But there we go. Okay. I don't think he spawns any more bonus heads, so hopefully that's the worst of it. If I can take out this guy and then kite the head towards it. There we go. Excellent. Okay, that should do a whole bunch of extra damage to him now. And I remember using these fire pillars to kind of avoid getting hit by him pretty reliably. Alright, I did remember he had a triple chin slam. Unavoidable chin move. Is very avoidable. I wasn't ready for him to die. He killed himself with Jolted, I think. But there we go. Lernie has been beaten.
Is it like chopped off? No?
Snarky little Zag.
Something good back home.
Alright. That's boss number 2. Up we go. On to Elysium, where this is really going to get a lot more difficult. Here's hoping we don't have too many butterfly balls. I remember those specifically.
Oh, I didn't see you come in.
Hi, Dad!
Well, I did.
Okay. Well, I was hopeful this was going to heal me a little bit more, but 55 HP entering Elysium. Not the best. I could sell this. I feel like I could sell this. But I'm not going to. I'll just take all the boons I have and keep them. Do not want to sell money for gold. This sounds good, though. We'll take this. It's only 50. And I'll hopefully get more coin before I need it. We'll see. I forget what the top floor is called. The one with Cerberus and Hades on it.
The Fields of Elysium.
Alright, but new area. We made it to Elysium on the second attempt. Not bad.
You know, if I was permanently dead, maybe I wouldn't mind all this.
If you were permanently dead.
The rare heavenly splendors of Elysium, reserved for only the most great of mortal souls, spread forth luxuriantly all about the fire-stepping prince.
Luxuriantly? Really?
That is definitely a word choice. Alright, I think this is an instance where we definitely want to take the HP over Artemis. She could give me a really good boon, but I feel like I'm going to need a little bit more survivability come the rest of this floor.
Bright swords.
The enemies here are just really scary, if I recall. Although, comboing Lightning Rod with the Poseidon... Oh my goodness, I forgot. If you don't kill their eyeballs, they respawn. Oh, that's... I forgot how obnoxious that is. Oh good, butterfly balls, my favorite. Oh, and they're really tanky. So butterfly balls aren't necessarily difficult to kill so much as they do a lot of damage if you are not careful. But they'll be very susceptible to lightning rods, so we can at least do that. Oh right, I have 2 casts, I completely forgot. Alright, that's 1 butterfly ball down, and let's try and take out the other one. But, oof. Statue damage. Okay. I'll have to get used to these as well. They just get triggered anytime you stand near them, I believe. Alright, so I don't think we net lost HP at the very least. And we got a fair bit of gold on this, so we'll be able to buy a healing item come another shop. Very much hope we'll have that. I have an expectation that I'm probably going to die at the final boss of this floor. But we will see. We will see. Palm or shop? I don't think I can really I might be able to afford food if it's 25, but it feels like the palm is probably the better option here, so let's go that route.
Splitters.
Yeah, so their projectiles start as a cluster, and then when they hit or reach a certain distance, they separate out. Yeah. Okay. Feels reasonable. It's okay. I saw that one off in the distance with like 1 HP, and I figured I could hit it. The special attack of this weapon has a lot more range than the base attack, so I can use that if it's a single hit. I can usually use that pretty reliably for getting the damage I need. It's just because it fans out, it's a reasonable chance of missing is the one downside. The lightning rod is doing some pretty substantial damage.
He's recovered.
That's fine. I think it's better to play it safe than to go out of my way to get this guy to not recover.
Gods grant me strength.
let's see. Special is stronger, cast is stronger, more damage reduction. I think we'll keep upgrading the cast. The cast is doing a lot of damage. Alright, now we just get a room for money. That's fine, I guess. I am thankful I took the passive that heals me a little bit between rooms. I can't... the HP that has provided me probably has added up to something fairly substantial, even though it feels like a very small amount in the short term. Like, oh my goodness, I forgot. Right, these are the spear guys. So, the Elysium warriors, if you will, have different weapons. I remember shielders being particularly annoying because you have to hit them from behind to be able to damage them at all. And then, on top of that, the spears have ridiculous range. So, I had assumed they were the sword wielders like the previous rooms, but like, look at that range. They probably can hit me from there if they really wanted to. Well, I still have the advantage in terms of range, and I can kite them pretty effectively if I play well. Alright, that one should be about dead. There we go. Cool. Alright, we got rid of the two spear wielders, so now I can just take this guy out with a double cast.
Look what I found.
Alright, what have we got as our option? A shop. Excellent. That'll... if nothing else, that'll give us some HP. Which is what we probably need the most of. Maybe he'll sell a... oh, well, speaking of HP. I still think I do the shop. One, it gives me a room to clear without taking damage. So I can take a palm, a heal. Let's get the heal no matter what.
Here's the fee.
And I think... oh, hey.
The vast and multitudinous riches of both the surface and the underworld are hoarded by the river boatman Charon, whose services are often tendered to the wealthiest within Elysium.
He really gets around.
Oh, good. 2 Poseidons in a row. That'll stack up some damage, probably. Alright, let's take the Poseidon. Dash moves enemies away. Ocean's Bounty makes things worth more. Attack and special are stronger in the first 10 seconds of the encounter. I think I'll just take the dash at this point.
Power of the sea.
Yeah. Because if I'm dashing through enemies, it should probably push them away now. Seems good to me. Alright. And now we've got our mini-boss. Is it going to be Giant Butterfly Ball? Ugh, it is. Well, actually, you know what?
Sucking butterflies.
Maybe this is okay, because I have Lightning Rod, and Lightning Rod is going to do so much damage to this ball. But I know for a fact this boss is an absolute pain in the butt to deal with on a good day. Because he spawns all his allies, and then you also have to dodge the butterflies on top of everything else. And grab this cast gem and hopefully... oh no. Whoop. Yeah. Alright. This just takes a little bit more brain than is ideal, but if I can get the lightning rod back on the butterfly ball, the issue is it's the allies it's spawning and my cast is bouncing to those instead. Plus the ball moves a little bit, which is also inconvenient. Oh right, I forgot there are archers here too. Ugh. How obnoxious.
They'll just keep coming because of that butterfly ball.
Yeah, I'm aware. The lightning rod is doing damage though, so if I keep it up, I should be able to kill it with cast. This is definitely a room where my cast very much made the difference, and lightning rod pulled its weight and then some. I wasn't convinced it would be that amazing, but my goodness, has it been amazing. Alright. Cast is almost got it. 2 more hits, I think. Ah, it auto-locked onto the ranger there. This is fine though. I think 1 more bounce and we're good. Is it dead? It's dead. So now I just have to kill its minions and we're all set. Brilliant. Yeah, so that's one of those shielders I mentioned. Their attacks block, or they block your attacks with their shield unless you hit them from behind. I think we're good. Ah. So I have to pay attention. There are archers now, and the way the archers work is they'll see they have a little pink reticle on me, so it shows me that I'm being targeted at, but they can hit you from like across the room. It's very obnoxious. I trust that lightning rod will kill these guys trying to regenerate, so... oh, they ran away, so let's do that. Whew, we did it. That wasn't...
Butterflies. Ugh.
That really wasn't a terrible butterfly room.
Of Hades.
It was rough, but it wasn't terrible. Your boons with knockaway effects deal bonus damage to bosses. Your boons with knockaway effects also rupture foes, which causes them to take damage while moving. It's got to be one of these two. I think this will make my base attack do 40% more damage, and we'll need that against the bosses. I'm really worried about how difficult the bosses on this floor are going to be. We're going to take the HP here for sure. We need as much survivability as we can get right now.
Great shields.
Okay, shields I can deal with probably. Never mind, they have projectiles. I forgot. Alright. So as long as you're facing me, I can do this. There we go. Kill your spawnling. Jolted destroys these guys. Yeah, Zeus's passives are just remarkably strong in the right hands. Oh good, a butterfly ball. Yeah, unfortunately my damage still feels very lackluster. The nature of these early runs in games like this is I don't have access to passives that make it so I'm more likely to find really strong passives. Like, I'm only finding common grade passives, and if I had something that made it so I find, for example, more commonly rares or legendary passives, I would be able to stack up. My base damage would be a lot higher with minimal extra effort. So we're fighting effectively a war of attrition here, pretty much, unfortunately, until we get better passives, which won't be on this run. We're already too far in for that to really happen. I just have to wait for the bloodstones to fall out of this guy, and he'll probably die from the lightning. Yeah, there he goes. Goodbye HP, and now we just take care of your little bubble or eyeball.
Over there.
Perfect.
That ought to keep me going for a bit.
Okay. So I only have one option here, and so I guess we're gonna take more. Oh wait, two options: key or. I think we'll keep stacking up this currency. For now, I'm not really looking to unlock another weapon when I already have my preferred weapon, I suppose. All right, let's try and get rid of the bow wielders as quick as possible, because they're gonna be a problem in the long run. Oh shoot! Wait, I forgot. No, I forgot. Shoot. That was I should have remembered that I need to kill his eyeball. It's just like that's the other trick to these floors, is that it's so easy to forget. Well, not only do you have to kill them once, but if you don't kill them a second time in this weakened form, mind you, they just come back with a vengeance. All right, we stacked Jolted on a whole bunch of enemies, which is fantastic. But I have to kind of dash around because there are a bunch of archers in this room. All right, kill this one. Oop. The other crazy thing about these eyeballs is, like, they don't just go back to their weapon. They can choose any. So whenever these warrior type enemies die, they drop their weapon. You can see them as these little, like, bluish green things on the ground here and here and here. And those eyeballs can grab any of them. It doesn't have to be their original weapon, so they can transform into a different, like, weapon type if they really wanted to. See, he rather than go for his bow, he's going for this sword over here, I think. I don't know what he's homing in on. But, it makes it difficult to manage. I think, let's take the shop and the HP that comes with it. I'm just going to try and keep myself topped off as much as possible. Oh wait, this wasn't a shop, this was just coin. Well, if I get another shop, it'll be useful. And there's a guaranteed shop on the final floor, so I suppose this is fine. I guess. I have to remember that I can use traps to my advantage. Like, I might take damage from them, but so do enemies. Alright, that one looks like it's about to die. I'm gonna kite them into my gem. Or, no, I'm gonna just cast my gem and do damage. Please don't respawn. Okay, you can cancel out the respawn if you hit them with any move that does knockback. Oh dear. See, okay, we got him. Cool. Alright, we're safe. This is a really bad room though, because the spear towers here, they kind of block my access to a lot of my. They very much limit where I can go on in the room. This is a concerningly small room when you think about it from the perspective of, well, there are not many safe places to stand for any extended period of time, because if you stand in front of these spears, they're just going to try and shoot at you. Makes it extra difficult when you have to kill the eyeballs before they respawn. Thankfully, Lightning Rod is just doing absolute work. Let's try and kill this guy because he's low. It doesn't help when the eyeballs spawn with armor either. I cannot repeat how glad I am that I took Lightning Rod. I severely underjudged how much potential it would offer. It is honestly carrying us through Elysium. It does so much damage.
Good enough.
Hopefully the Scold will let us afford something very valuable in this upcoming shop. If nothing else, HP, you know? This feels like the room before the final boss, if I had to guess, though. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. A Zeus Spoon. There's no HP in here. Oh, I forgot that the shops can pull that. That's rough. What have you got to say, Mr. Narrator guy?
The magnificently ominous facade of the Great Elysian Stadium looms tall above the rabble-rousing prince, as if to goad him into such a competition which he cannot hope to win.
Oh, he'll win all right.
Cheers for the vote of confidence, old man.
Okay. I go into this battle fully expecting to fail, but let's...
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
When you knock foes away, they are struck by lightning. Ooh. And the duo effects are just extremely strong. I think... Yeah, we're going to take Sea Storm for sure.
Thanks, you two.
And let's take a piece of palm.
Always hits the spot.
Static discharge +1. Perfect. And... save my gold. Not that I'm going to be able to afford anything on the next floor, really, but I might be able to. Anything to say, Charon? No? Okay. To you too. Alright, here we go.
Wow.
Hold, fiend. You'll walk not one more step toward the light of day, so long as I am here.
2 against 1. Seems hardly fair. Ah, well. Let's kill him and be done, King.
Theseus, the Bull of Minos, you two are legends. I'd be honored if we had a sporting contest here.
A naked attempt to sway me from my convictions. Defend yourself, you blackguard, and may the gods show you some mercy, for I shall not.
Theseus will never love us, but Asterius is a really cool dude, if I remember. Ow, oh, right, so he throws his spear. Alright. Theseus is a pain in the butt to deal with, but so is Asterius. Like, this is a very hard boss fight, and... leave me alone! I think the way I get him to stop charging is I have to get him to dash into something. Theseus is hands down the more obnoxious of the two, both in terms of personality and in terms of how badly he can screw you up if you're not lucky. Asterius, please just dash into the wall. Thank you. Jeez. Yeah. Kind of like how the archers work, I really need to be mindful of the reticle on me and put myself between a wall and Theseus at all times. This is a genuinely difficult boss fight, especially early on when you just lack a lot of the resources you need. But the good news is if he blocks my projectile, he just gets stuck near the lightning rod. Yeah, so he's just getting hit by lightning rod, so I think I'll focus on dodging for now. And every time he attacks me, he's getting jolted as well, so his HP bar is trickling down. I know I'm playing lame, but I'm also trying to win game. So this is the part where I just focus on dashing, because I don't want to get stabbed. And he's still just rapidly dying to jolted. Yeah. Whoa, serious. Okay. All right, he's back to taking damage. He's lost his invulnerability shield, but he's trying to hit me with his spear again. Take a quick shot at him there. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage. And Asterius has the yeah, his name is Asterius, not Asterion. This isn't Baldur's Gate. Where is my gem? I need it. I need to get rid of Theseus. If I can take care of Theseus, I think I can deal with the other. Oh, he got me. There's my resurrection. Okay, I got half my HP back. That's fine. get some damage on Asterion while I can. Asterius. It's Asterius. Sorry, it's hard to do names when you're trying not to die desperately. All right, Theseus seems to be a little bit more mobile, which makes this unfun. Also, he wields a shield, which means I have to attack him from behind. Oh, this is so rough, Kiwi. Where is my soul gem? Or blood gem. There we go. Okay, you keep aiming at me there, and you just wander around, take damage. Like, this does not feel great, but play lame, win game is the strategy here. Like I said, I expected this to possibly be where the run gets lost, though, because it's a hard fight, and it doesn't help that I really don't remember the mechanics that much. I just need to try and keep Theseus shocked at all times. Shocked and awed. Whoop. Try and get a hit in here. Alright. We've almost got him. Ah, he blocked it. I think we got him. Yeah, okay. Whew. Alright. We have a chance now. The hardest part of the fight is done. Okay, I thought oh, he does projectiles. I forgot. Ugh. And they home a little bit too, so I have to be very careful. Oh, I forgot, because of the duo passive I got where all of my knockbacks now, whoa! All of my knockbacks now do a shock. He'll get jolted by that too. So anytime I hit him with the basic attack, he'll get jolted now. Which means I can do damage just by kiting him out and damaging and having him try to attack me. You just have to be careful about his leaps. Oh, I thought he was going to dash into that. Oh boy. Whoa! Just try and get as much damage over time as I can with jolted. Whoa! I got hit by that. I think I'm one hit from death now. Especially if he does one of his stronger moves. I think he's charging. No, he's not. Okay. Yeah, it's because Asterius chases after you, it's very hard to use Lightning Rod effectively against him the way I was with Theseus. Alright, Kiwi, what do you think? Do you think I'll get this? Because I'm not convinced, but it's going to be close. At least I don't have to deal with all the projectile spam. I am the projectile spam. I think more than anything, if I really just try and keep my distance, I can probably do this. I think there's a lightning rod over there, because he seems to... Oh! Oh, no. We did it! Heck yeah! Alright, heroes vanquished. We're on to the final floor, where this run is definitely going to die.
Something here. Oh, I can't seem to open it.
Ooh, that was difficult. That was super scary. Do I get... if I remember, there's a ghost here that really likes us eventually. I don't see an interaction, but I very much remember there's a ghosty in the crowd that, like, becomes our biggest fan after a while.
I'll take the service exit, thanks.
Very funny. Alright.
So, you thwarted the champion of Elysium.
Really wish those pools healed a little bit more.
Alright.
Pardon me. Ugh. Alright.
Damn it, can't get that.
Replenish one use of Death Defiance. Oh, man, if I had the money for it.
Purge boons for coin.
I don't think it's worth selling the duo ability, and it's definitely not worth selling Jolted. So, fortunately, I think I'm gonna have to go into this final floor with not enough HP. But we'll take the bonus cast again, because that matters. That mattered so much on the last one, on the last floor. But this floor is unambiguously difficult, and if I get the sewer rat mini boss, it's just over. Or the satyr, honestly, they're both really difficult. The Temple of Styx, that's what this place is called. Okay. Hopefully the shop has something I can buy for HP. I doubt it, though.
At last, the willful prince has ventured all the way up to the surface of the mortal realm. Yet still he is encased within the earth itself, the gateway to the underworld. is no escape.
We'll see about that.
Alright, wish me luck, Kiwi.
Oh no, not this.
Hi, Cerberus!
The multi-headed Cerberus stands vigilant before the underworld's entryway. The tales of what happens to those foolish enough to attempt to pass are far too graphic to describe.
So it's really come to this, boy. After everything we've been through. Well then, if this is how it has to be. There's nothing left to say. Except for, on your guard. No, but seriously, boy. I know why you're here. There has to be a way to make you look the other way. What if I help you with the satyr problem? Would you let me go? Please. I have to find Persephone. My mother. You know what this means to me.
After a moment's hesitation and deliberation, the voracious Hound of Hell barks once, affirmatively toward the prince, who sets off in search of something that can sate the monster's appetites.
We need the satyr sack.
Good. Now I just need to head off the beaten path here and see what I can find.
Can I pet you while I'm here? I can't. Alright.
Something I can use.
There is no HP to be gained here. An anvil, though. But I don't have a hammer. So, I guess pomegranates and Zeus are about all I can get here. Oh, boy. I know there's a healing room if we choose the right path. I think I'm going to start by going for the HP. And
let's see what's in here.
So the way this floor works is it's random what will show up there. Oh gosh, lasers. Oh dearie. I've forgotten how this floor works. Right, oh right. So there are traps in these rooms that can poison you. That's what it is. And these little fountains here can cure the poison. And the poison does so much damage. But the way this floor works is you don't know where the satyr sack that you're looking to give your little good boy lives. So you have to pick random paths until you find it. And each of the random paths has both the thing that it shows on the cover of the room, but also potentially the satyr sack and a fountain that I think heals you for about 100 HP, which is nice right before you go into the final boss, considering. But these floors are really... This is easily the most difficult floor, and the one that's easiest to take a heck ton of unwanted damage. That said, the rooms are relatively short and small, which is to your benefit if you have a passive that heals you as you enter rooms, which is like what I have right here. Alright, so the little rats in these rooms are a nightmare to deal with. They do a lot of damage. All the enemies are kind of troublesome in their own way. The satyrs are the ones that deal poison. They shoot little poison darts at you. And that's what these are for. But there are also floor poisons, I believe. Alright, let's see what our boss is. Or if we get a boss. Oh, good. Giant rats. But this is... So there is a tiny mini-boss rat that is by far one of the worst enemies to deal with in the game, I would argue. But I can deal with these guys. These guys are... You can just kite them. But this is good. I actually ended up regenerating HP, and I'll get 25 HP from the room completion. So that's pretty fantastic. This was definitely the right path to start with because it gives me a better fighting chance in all regards. Again, as long as I don't find this tiny angry rat in the final room, that's where things get really bad. Oh, and we even have a shop, so maybe I can find more HP that way. We'll see. Arguably the most powerful thing I can get is another round of casts. I forget what these guys do. Okay, they shoot projectiles. Fair enough. And by these guys, I was referring to the little robots. Oh, thank goodness I was right by the... Oh. Okay, we need to take out the satyr fast, because the poison damage, if they hit me, it just racks up so fast. So incredibly fast. Projectiles as a whole in these games are always such a nightmare to deal with. I know I've been poisoned again. Satyr, please. The satyrs are... Like, these aren't even the hard satyrs. These are just the, I'm in a bad spot and getting caught by them. Now I can kind of stun lock them with my attack, so we're fine, but... Well, there's my hubris moment. I was confident, and now I am Almost dead. That would have killed me if I didn't have the invulnerability of having cleared the room. Oh boy.
Bad time to be a little short of coin.
Seriously, like, they keep offering me the refresh on my Death Defiance. Move speed is nice, but I think I'm going to hold on to my coin for now.
Not bad.
Alright. I have a maximum of 200 HP, which is pretty nice.
Out of here.
But I can't really... I've yet to benefit. Let's see. I feel like Poseidon might be the right one to choose based on how my build path is run so far. So I think that's the route I'm going to take. The coin is tempting for another Zeus passive, though. But effectively the way these floors work is it's a lot of small rooms, which makes it very difficult to dodge. But they also have fewer enemies usually. Doesn't mean the enemies are easier to kill, mind you. But it does... I say overall the individual room difficulty is a little bit less until you get to the final room of each, like, branching path. Or you just have unlucky enemy diversity. Like right now my plan is to just... So armor prevents them from being hit stunned out of their attack. So I have to be extra careful. Whoop! I'm lucky that didn't hit me. I got hit.
Tasty, sort of.
But yeah, so I remember I have like the muscle memory of every time you get into a room in this run or on this floor, immediately map out where the poison cure is if you have any poison dealing enemies, because you will need it and you will need it as quickly as possible, so better to know where they are at all times. As long as I keep these rats away from me, they literally can't do anything to me. They have no long-range projectiles to speak of. They're either a lunging bite, they either deal a lunging bite or an AoE poison splatter on the floor that can hurt you for standing on it. So like, all I need to do is just stand here and wail on them as long as no projectiles come my way from things falling from the ceiling, for example. Which I don't think can happen here. I could be mistaken. I mean, I do see things falling from the ceiling, but I don't think they're the sort that can hurt me. Oh dear. That got a little too close, but we're fine, we're fine. We're gradually stacking up coin from these rooms too. Right. I think this is the final room. Let's see what we get.
Satyr storage.
Excellent, alright.
In the name of Hades.
Slamming into foes, into barriers, creates a watery blast in the area. Your boons with knockaway effects also rupture, which makes them take damage while moving. I think we take this now.
Disgusting. Cerberus will love it.
Oh, this does not heal 40 HP. It only heals 100. I wonder... there's probably a passive I get from the Mirror of the Night that makes it so I heal more when I, makes it so I heal more with anything that, like, boosts HP. But it is rough, the amount of HP I'm healing right now.
Oh, Cerberus.
Alright, so I have two options. I either go straight for the final boss, or I take some extra rooms and hope for something that really pushes the run forward. But I think the better choice is to go for it. So wish me luck.
Fight me, would you? All right, boy, I got your favorite treat. But you have to promise to let me pass if I hand it over, okay?
Terrifying Cerberus accepts the fetid sack and scans the darkened hall for where best to consume the stomach-turning contents.
I owe you one, boy.
Not really vanquished. Alright, here we go, Kiwi.
I did it.
Gonna go visit dear old dad. On our second run in the playthrough, I make no promises about victory, but here's hoping.
Wow. Oh, of course.
I never grew accustomed to the air up here. It gusts senselessly whichever way it pleases. I suppose you must prefer it to the stillness of the air below.
You know, you're right. The air up here seems pretty good so far. But I will reserve judgment till I've had my fill. I have to say, though, Father, the Helm of Darkness suits you. Untouched, you dust it off on my account.
It should not have had to come to this. For all your antics with me yet around the house, I always kept my temper, have I not? Unlike you.
Well, let's see. You've berated me repeatedly and often. You've lied to me, mustered a bunch of incompetent wretches to try to kill me, but sure. I'll grant that you've always kept most of your anger bottled up. All that's about to change, then?
We're gods, boy. Killing one another is our lot. Although I always thought I was above it. I told you that you cannot leave this place. It seems I must enforce my rules myself. I'm sending you home. Now.
No, you're going home, not me.
What's the point of the cape if you're just gonna burn it? Oh right, I forgot he turns invisible.
Understand then why I wear the helm of darkness.
Whoa! Oh gosh, he hits 30s. Alright, I'm just gonna have to be careful.
Darkness.
Oh, okay. I have completely forgotten how this boss works, as it turns out. Not good showing. Alright, I can still kite him, though. He does have projectiles that I have to be mindful of. Really? His attacks come out pretty slow. Like, there's a lot of forgiveness to his patterns, and as long as I'm mindful of his casts, I should be able to dodge them. It would be nice if he didn't summon so many of them, though. Ah, shoot.
No.
Well. Wow, I got spanked. But hey, we made it to Hades on our second attempt with a pretty terrible build and minimal roguelike benefits to make us stronger. I'm pretty happy with that run.
Hey, you're back. Wait, what happened? My list says you got killed by a redacted? What's that even mean? I've never seen anything like this.
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Oh, Hades is missing.
Emptier than usual around here.
So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to talk to everyone after I finish a run, and that's usually where I'll end the episode, so that in the next episode we just go straight into the run.
I saw your father storm out of the house in his regalia, so he must have confronted you himself at last. I see that must have not gone well. You were so close.
Well, at least I know who will be waiting for me the next time I climb all the way to the Temple of Styx and manage my way out.
Don't lose heart, lad. I did not train your father, only you. He is a god, but he is just a god. If you'll forgive my bit of treason there.
He is just a god. What a statement. Implying that gods are lesser. That's interesting.
Some sort of special offer for me, my good shade.
Right, I remember now. So those let me build things in the Yeah, okay. So those gems are for like upgrading the House of Hades. Okay.
Work authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea.
I would love that so much. Please make my life easier. Okay. So I'll need to remember that these are really, really valuable and important, and I should make sure that I collect those gems going forward. Hey, Meg.
The prodigal son returns. Everyone's saying I went easy on you, Zag.
Don't worry, Meg. I eventually managed to get home the painful way after all.
Look, I have a reputation to uphold. You get past me again like that, you best go all the way. Now leave me be and don't think you're gonna be so lucky next we meet out there.
She's a little salty, but I don't blame her. If I recall, she and Zag have Zagreus have a past fling together.
I'm wide awake.
Alright, let's see what permanent upgrades we're gonna get today.
To protect me.
Greater reflex, 1 additional dash. Absolutely need that. And then it's just a matter of, do I want the attack and special damage? Oh, it's only from behind. I think I would rather get the HP.
My power grows.
Alright, we'll talk to Skelly and then we'll call it a night for the episode. I'm really excited to be playing this game again. It feels good.
Hey.
Let's just see what we have to say about Tartarus today.
Just the damned beware. I'm coming back.
So cool. I really like that you can see like a zoomed out version of all of the locations.
Hey, Skelly, you look like you know your way around Tartarus. Found some of this ancient Titan blood out there, and I was looking to score some more.
Ah, you come to the right place regarding that there, pal. It's your mean weapons back there that can find this stuff. Once you get all the way through Tartarus with one, that's all the blood you're gonna get. For the time being, anyhow.
How am I supposed to keep track of which weapons I've earned these with, then?
I don't know. There's always the invention of writing stuff down. You'll figure something out.
Skelly's funny. So I don't think I can unlock the like latent abilities of these weapons or like the historical relics yet. But once I do, there are certain bows that I know I will be using a lot more than others. Anyway, with all that said, Kiwi, that's it for Hades for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. I'm probably going to do this weekly for a little while, just because, I mean, it is a game that I can clock countless hours on. I mean, look at this. We're approaching 2 hours now. So expect at least one episode of Hades weekly, unless there's something I really want to do instead. Or maybe I'll even have more than one. It'll entirely depend on what I'm in the mood for, I guess. But I know you've been asking for some Hades content, and here you go. With all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.